A very good afternoon. Thanks for clicking on to Vogan's European Outlook for Tuesday, the 18th of October. A very sunny day here in Chesterfield. And in fact, it has been pretty much clear blue sky the whole way from Portsmouth, where I left the port this morning at approximately 8:15. And patchy fog early on gave way to almost crystal clear skies on my drive up the A34 M40 and into Wolverhampton up close to my good friend David Birch, who I believe is in Walsall. So I was pretty close to you, David, earlier on today. Now, currently in Chesterfield, reloaded with beef to go up to Forres. And beef, by the way, it's actually, if anybody's interested, it's to make the beef jerky. So if you happen to like beef jerky, the Wild West and the biltong and all that good stuff, it's actually where they produce the beef jerky, because there's a place actually, if you look in the back of the packet, the New World Foods in Church Lane, York. I've been there quite a few times actually to deliver and also to collect. And then there's a secondary place up in Forres, up in Murray. So just thought, if you like beef jerky, you might be interested to find it out. So I've got a whole load of beef on my back that is going up the Forres early tomorrow morning. So yeah, a little, side information. You may or may not be interested in that, but certainly very chilly indeed across parts of the Midwest and eastern half of the United States. First snowfall of the season recorded in Chicago, Illinois, as you can see here from a tweet from WGN News. We also seen all sorts of chilly numbers being recorded. Single figure Fahrenheit temperatures actually at Aberdeen, South Dakota as well, and I'm sure there will be records fallen with regards to not just cold temperatures, but also plenty of lake effect snow, 1 to 2 feet of lake effect snow being recorded in parts of the downwind areas of Lake Michigan, Huron, Erie, Ontario, as Arctic winds blow across the very warm waters of the Great Lakes. But this is how the United States has started off the month of October. Well, the first 18 days of the month, should I say. But in the last day, we have seen a significant temperature anomaly compared to normal. Look at this here, exceptionally cold compared to normal, 10 to 20 Fahrenheit below normal. In fact, what would that be in Celsius? Actually, this is the Celsius temperature chart. So you could be talking upwards of 10 to 12 Celsius below normal in parts of the eastern Dakotas, Minnesota, Iowa, and into Missouri, Illinois. That those purple colours represent 5 to 6 Celsius below normal. So pretty impressive stuff actually. Looking at Europe, it's quite interesting here because this is the temperature anomaly for the last day or so here. Below normal, Northern Ireland, the Republic, as you can see, Wales, parts of the Midlands and southwest of England, warmer than normal down the eastern side of the British Isles here. But the month overall is looking like this here, and it looks as if we've got close to average temperatures compared to normal across the the inland parts of the UK. Notice here coastal areas are slightly warmer than normal down along the south coast of Ireland as well. Iberia, France, Low Countries, much of Europe from Poland north and westwards, mainland Europe warmer than normal, slightly below normal, as you can see here, parts of Ukraine, the Black Sea area, western Turkey, the Balkan region, as you can see. Certainly looking at the temperatures for today, it is still relatively fresh across the north of the British Isles, but get yourself down into the south here. After a chilly start, actually, plenty of fog patches, temperatures close to freezing, if not slightly below in some areas of Wales and the West Midlands during the overnight period. Temperatures responding a couple of 19s here in the south coast of England, as you can see here, as you go across to the other side of the channel, you can see here temperatures knocking the door of 20 on the north coast. Down towards the southwest of France, we're seeing temperatures a few 31s showing up. So very warm conditions indeed. And of course, I've done yesterday's video from Lorient, northwest France, and I alluded to the fact that the potential for the warmest temperature ever recorded during the second half of October. I think it was 32.6 or 31 point. I can't remember off the top of my head. But anyway, we're seeing temperatures knocking on the door of those same values this afternoon. And in fact, we are going to see temperatures increase even across the UK over the next few days. Of course, we've got this big area of low pressure to the southwest of the UK and Ireland here. It is not really affecting much of the UK, but we are seeing into this evening showers and thunderstorms actually starting to encroach on southwest Ireland and indeed the southwest of England, Devon, Cornwall, Somerset, and possibly Dorset as well. Don't know if it goes as far as Hampshire just yet, but we are seeing the outer fringes of this circulation start to affect the southwest of the UK. But it's as that system starts to kind of nudge a little bit closer, sending its associated frontal systems our way. You can see here where it picks up some very, very warmer compared to normal and lifts it up into France and into the southern half of the UK. 21, 22 Celsius is very possible indeed. Now we are going to see almost kind of systems kind of spinning off this main circulation, and we've got actually multiple centers within this area of low pressure itself, a very large area and very large wind field where we're going to see winds increase. We're going to also see spells of rain, persistent rain at times as well, kind of progress their way northwards through the course of the rest of this week and bring some fairly heavy rainfall. But it's also going to pull from northwest Africa, where temperatures on the Algerian coast, I believe, this afternoon, 40 Celsius, remarkable for the time of the year. That air is getting pulled up out of France, or out of northwest Africa, sorry, up through France and into the UK. And we are going to see, with sunshine and those strong southeasterly winds, some very, very mild temperatures indeed. Is it exceptional for this time of the year for the UK? Probably not. And always important to keep a little bit of balance when it comes to talking about record-breaking temperatures and things like that. We've seen warm surges in the month of October before. We've even seen it during the month of November and whatnot. We've seen 18 Celsius in December. So it's all about perspective, and I do endeavour to try and keep that perspective, of course. Now, as we see the systems pulling, all that warmth northwards, this wheel, if you will, within the atmosphere, drawing some very warm air up into the southern half of the British Isles, even mid-teens across the central belt of Scotland, for example. We are seeing flirts with colder air into the northeastern half of Scotland here. So while temperatures 20, 21 Celsius across parts of the south of the UK, 850 temperatures in excess of 10 Celsius, we could be seeing 850s up towards Caithness, coastal parts of Aberdeen, down close to freezing, and 10 Celsius at best during the daytime hours. So we're going to see probably a temperature difference of about 10 degrees over the British Isles in the coming days here. I think Thursday could be the warmest day of the week for the UK. Notice here the surge of cold air. So as that warmth lifts north, the cold air comes south over the eastern half of the continent, and that is going to continue through the course of the rest of this week here. And then eventually that system will nudge its way a little bit closer to the UK, increasing the wind, increasing the threat of heavy blustery showers and whatnot. A fairly mixed picture is continuing to be the theme here. If we look at the overview chart here, you can see what is going on. A very large complex of low pressure that's for sure over and to the south of the UK. If we look at the Atlantic picture, there's a banana-shaped area of high pressure extending from near North America all the way across to the top of the UK and into Europe here. There's that area of low pressure. That's why it's not progressing particularly quickly northwards, because of this blocking area of high pressure to the north. If we play through the sequence here, that system, kind of spins off energy, allowing things to become a lot more unsettled over the British Isles. But of course, there is a lot of warmth getting lifted out of Africa into the UK. So while it's windy, while it's wet, we're also seeing temperatures very mild for the time of the year, getting entrained and cycled around this system here through the remainder of this week. And then if you notice here, as we push towards Friday, there's a system further north, hooks up and becomes an even larger circulation here within the North Atlantic pattern. Then if you notice here, as we push towards the weekend and then the next week, that system's still in the charts. So it's in the charts at the moment, even through next Monday, nearly a week from now, we still have that system dominating the UK pattern, and it's all because of the high pressure to the north, to the northeast, and slightly to the west as well, kind of holds that pattern in place. So it's a very blocked up, slow moving weather pattern as we go forward here, and it looks as if we're going to continue to see this unsettled theme all the way right through to the end of October. Notice here, look at how the systems almost kind of merge together to create a giant area of low pressure encompassing almost the entire North Atlantic. But notice as well, by this stage, if this has some sort of merit, that trough lifts up, extends up towards Greenland, and you're then starting to tap cold air out of Greenland around the circulation, and you start to become a lot cooler, entraining colder air out of Greenland across the Atlantic and into the British Isles. But a very, very messy picture is the overall rule as we go forward here. So yeah, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. As always, drop a comment, please like, please share, and if you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button. I'll have more again hopefully for you tomorrow. Bye for now.